Welcome to Born to Explore. In this video, we're going to show you two amazing free campsites we found in Colorado. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Maddie.
And we're Born to Explore. So back in March, we celebrated our 1-year wedding anniversary, and we decided to go on a 5,000 mile cross-country road trip to Colorado. We ended up sleeping in our car for 4 total nights out of the 9 nights that we were gone. We found 2 free places to camp. One was on BLM land, one was on state park land. Both of them were in Colorado, and that's what we're going to go ahead and spend some time talking about today. So our favorite campsite was in Canyon City, Colorado at Gorge State Park.
It was pretty nice. It had a vault toilet, a tent pad, picnic table, fire pit, level parking. My favorite part about it was an overlooking campsite. It was clean, well spaced out, hard-packed dirt road, so it was pretty easy to drive. One of my favorite parts was that the fire pit was already set up. It had a grill cover on it, so we could throw some burgers on there.
One of the dislikes of this site specifically was that the vault toilet that it had, the one vault toilet that it had, was super far away from where our actual campsite was. So if you have a lovely lady traveling with you, it is a bit of a walk in the middle of the night when they have to use the restroom.
The second free campsite was in Mancos, Colorado, right across from Mesa Verde National Park.
This campsite was primitive. There were no designated camping areas. There were no picnic tables. There were no pre-built fire pits. There were unlevel sites, whereas in Canyon City the sites were pretty much level. There were no vault toilets. You're out in nature down a long dirt road. Most, if not all, of the road was loosely packed dirt.
Our favorite part about this campsite was just the view. We were right across from Mesa Verde National Park, and just the sunset was amazing along that mountain.
One of the biggest dislikes that we had of this campsite was that from our campsite specifically, you had a view of the road. It was pretty far off. We couldn't hear any tractor trailers going by. We couldn't hear any road noise, but just having that in your visual was just a slight downside to us compared to the previous campsite where everything was dirt roads. There was no traffic anywhere in sight.
One of the downsides for me was that I didn't feel like it was super private. We were close to the public road, but also our campsite, our pull-away site, was right next to the road where we drove up on. So, I mean, a man was walking by and it was like he was in our campsite.
So one of the reasons we picked this spot specifically to camp was that it was super close to Mesa Verde National Park, which was one of the national parks on our list to go and see while we were on this trip. And the second reason was it was only about an hour from the Four Corners National Monument, so we were able to do a little bit of extra driving the first day, get to that site, spend the night, and then wake up the next morning and only have a short 1-hour drive to get to our next destination for the day. So that was super nice. 2 things in the area that you could see if you were traveling through. One of the key things that made this trip possible for us was that we were able to camp in our car for 4 of the 9 nights. The way we were able to do that was we designed and built a platform for our Subaru Crosstrek so that we could create pretty much a full-size bed in the back of our Crosstrek. One of the biggest pros to sleeping in your car is that you don't have to worry about setting up a tent. So some of the campsites, when we arrived, it was super late. I think our first campsite, it was like 4 a.m. So it was super dark outside. We could hardly see, but it was super nice to be able to just pull into a camping spot and convert our sleeping platform from drive mode to sleep mode and hop right in the car, not have to worry about staking down a tent, bringing our gear into the tent, laying everything out. All of our stuff was kept contained in our car. The bed setup that we had in the Crosstrek was actually super nice. We used a futon mattress that was given to us. It was about a 4-inch thick Walmart futon mattress, but it ended up being super comfortable. The first night was a little bit rough, feeling slightly claustrophobic, but after that it was actually more than enough, and I think both of us were more than comfortable. I was able to pretty much completely stretch out. I'm 6'2", and other than the first night, I didn't feel cramped at all. I felt like I had enough room. So some additional information on exactly how we found these specific campsites. One website I used was the actual BLM, Bureau of Land Management website. They have limited information on exact details of where you can camp in certain states and where you cannot camp. It just so happened that for Colorado specifically, they ended up having some Google Earth files, KMZs, KMLs, if you know what those are. And I was able to import those into Google Earth and actually get overlays that specifically showed me the area that was owned and maintained by the Bureau of Land Management, BLM, and we were able to find GPS coordinates for those specific lands, and that's how we found our campsite at Canyon City near Royal Gorge State Park. The second resource that I used to find our campsite near Mesa Verde was freecampsites.net. Super awesome resource for finding free campsites across the United States. So I pretty much followed our travel route on their Google road overlay map and found the campsite right near Mesa Verde. We will be posting the links to those websites down in the description below. We wanted to show you guys that getting out there and traveling is easier and costs less than you think.
There's a lot to see out there, and I hope this inspires you to go out and see it.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found this video helpful, please click subscribe. You'll keep up to date with all of our new content, any new videos that we upload. We will be posting a new video every other week. We wanted to get some feedback from you guys. What are some of the biggest things that are holding you back from traveling as much as you would like to? So please leave a comment and let us know. Thanks for watching, guys.
And remember, you were born to explore.